Bro, I need a witty opener for this top 10 video. No, I'm not asking AI, because it can't capture my voice, nor my unique comedic timing. Let me just run some of these by you. Okay, this video will be longer than Katy Perry was in space. Too geeky? Or don't fast forward this video to see what I put at number 1, because that's cheating. And Coldplay will catch you. Too cheeky? Okay. Could try. I need y'all to K-pop lock over here to see where the Demon Hunters landed. Oh, they're not on here? 2025 was so wild that the regular news was crazier than Bugonia. Huh? Okay, how about, what do Nicki Minaj and Charlie... All right, welcome to Taste Take. If you're new here, today I'm giving you my top 10 movies of 2025. If that's something you're into, hit that subscribe button for your boy. For my regular Taste Takers, let's just jump right into this thing. Also, did you guys know that a quarter of the century is done? Whoa. Okay, this is my 6th time doing one of these wrap-up videos. And if you've been around for a bit, you know the drill. But if you're new to the freaking party, welcome. And for my newbies, here go to housekeeping. First things first, these are just my personal favorite movies. Not saying they're the best movies, just the movies and the movie-going experiences I enjoyed the most this year. Second, I watch a lot of movies, but I didn't see every damn thing. So don't come kicking and screaming asking me why Weapons isn't on here. I didn't see it, and I'm scared. Okay, let's see. Third, I guess after you all resist the burning urge to judge my list, be sure to add yours in the comment, or just drop some of your favorites and the ones you think I might love that I might have missed. Okay, housekeeping is complete. The house is now kept. All right, so boom. You know, before we get into the top 10, I have to drop some honorable mentions on here. I think this year I got 5.5 on here, so just let me be me, okay? Relax. First up, we got The Assessment. Technically, I saw this movie in 2024 at last year's Toronto International Film Festival, but it was officially released in theaters this year in March. And I did go watch it again, so yeah, it's on here. Was one of my favorite movies of TIFF last year and totally held up in the second watch. In case you guys don't know, The Assessment tells the story of a not so distant future where some shit went down with the environment and resources are super scarce. Because of this, parenthood is strictly enforced. And if you want to have kids, you have to pass a 7-day assessment. And between me and you, it's not such a bad idea. Okay, the couple in our movie is played by Elizabeth Olsen and Hamish Patel. And the woman that's conducting their assessment is played by Alicia Vikander. Naturally, the assessment is a little crazier than they expected, but you got to keep it together because you want to have a kid. So it's this cool idea of what limits they will go through to have this kid. How much will they put up with to prove to this stranger that they will be good parents? It's a really cool movie. I think y'all will enjoy it if you haven't seen it. I don't know that it will be on anyone else's top 10 list, and that's where Taste Take comes in. I got you. Next up, I got one that's probably going to be on a lot of top 10 lists, but one that you guys probably haven't seen. This is The Ballad of Wallace Island. This is a cute little British movie that I don't even know who put me on, but it came out at this year's Sundance Film Festival, then had a limited release here in March. The movie is about this folk musician named Herb McGuire. He used to be part of this group called McGuire Mortimer, and he was dating the other person in the group, this woman named Nell. But as it would go, they broke up, and the band broke up. Is it a band with just two people? What is it, a duet? A duo? Anyway, yeah, they broke up. One day, Herb gets a call to fly out to this remote island and perform a show by this dude named Charles Heath, who's a super fan and has the money to pay for such an event because he won the lotto twice. Also, like, can you imagine? Although I did win $50 on a scratch off this Christmas, so I'm pretty much right there. Anyway, Herb flies out to play this gig and realizes that this isn't a show. He's literally performing just for Charles. And Charles also invited Nell to play the gig with him. Yep, now Herb got to be around his old flame, and she freaking pulled up with a husband. Sheesh. Anyway, this one is just a really easy watch. Just a nice story where you're kind of rooting for everyone. Check it out if you're into that sort of thing. Then we got Warfare, another movie from Alex Garland. He also made Civil War, which I think was in my honorable mentions video from last year. Damn, Alex Garland, gotta get you up in this top 10, boy. Whatever. Warfare is a movie that was co-written by Ray Mendoza, and it's based on his experience in the Iraq War. And this movie is based on a real interaction on the battlefield back in November of 2006. Listen, I'm not really a war movie guy. Big fan of the whole make love, not war thing. But this movie was powerful. Never in the history of me reviewing movies do I think I've ever spoken about sound design. But in this movie, when the Americans call for a show of force, not only did it make me almost want to join the army, but it was one of the wildest experiences I've had in a movie theater in all of my days. You couldn't tell me that a fighter jet wasn't flying over the theater. So yeah, this is on the list almost just for that reason alone. I just don't know if people will appreciate this movie as much if you didn't get to see it in the theater, or at the very least, you have a super legit sound system at your house. So yeah, Warfare. Next up, we got a more recent release with Rental Family. This one premiered at this year's Toronto International Film Festival and came to theaters in November. It stars Brendan Fraser, who is the struggling actor living in Japan, who starts working for this agency that hires people to basically act in various family roles that the folks that hire them may need. For example, the main storyline is this single mother that hires the Rental Family agency because she's trying to get her daughter into a good school. And she wants to hire a husband to act like he's the girl's father to show the school that she comes from a two-parent household. Of course, this woman doesn't tell the daughter that she's doing this. What could possibly go wrong? Naturally, they get too attached, and the movie takes off as a typical Brendan Fraser W that will make you feel very warm and extremely fuzzy inside. Okay, last honorable mentions here, and I'm cheating, sue me. I'm giving a shout out to Fantastic Four, First Steps, and Avatar, Fire and Ash. Not that these are perfect movies, but I gotta give a shout out to two badass female characters in Silver Surfer, played by Julia Garner, and Varang, played by Una Chaplin, who is literally Charlie Chaplin's granddaughter. I don't know if everybody knew that. The MCU, of course, is in its slump. Captain America Brave New World, I thought was terrible. Thunderbolts was solid, and I thought Fantastic Four was pretty cool. But when that Silver Surfer pulled up, it gave me flashbacks to what the MCU used to be.
I herald his beginning. I herald your end. I herald Galactus.
You tell me that shit wasn't fire. Then with Avatar, I think it's safe to say this new one is the worst of the three. But it's not whack. In my opinion, for the first time, you could just really feel that 3 hour and 15-minute runtime. But the introduction of Varang, not only do I still have a massive, potentially toxic crush on her, but the way she stole almost every damn scene.
Your goddess has no dominion here.
Cinema. No movie will ever look better than these Avatar movies. And even though this one wasn't the greatest, I'm still Team James Cameron. And I want to see 4 and 5. And I'm not sure that I care who hates me for it. To the top 10. Number 10, Bugonia. When I was sitting down watching Bugonia in the theater, I literally said to myself, do I hate this movie? It's a movie that, even while asking that, was so well acted. I just kept asking myself, what does that all mean? But by the end of it, no spoilers of course, it all comes together in the most weirdly perfect way. Emma Stone will always be one of my favorites. And I think Jesse Plemons does this acting thing in his sleep at this point. Another Yorgos Lanthimos and Emma Stone collab. If you're deep in the Tate's Take lore, you'll remember that I had Poor Things at #1 on my video like this for 2023. Then they did Kinds of Kindness together, and I hated it. So of course I was concerned going into this one, but it didn't disappoint. It's wild, it's insane, it's not for everyone, but I had a good time with it. Welcome to the top 10, Bugonia. Number 9, Splitsville. Y'all didn't watch Splitsville, did you? I know. I had a feeling. Splitsville is a movie about a friend group made up of 2 couples. One of these couples is getting a divorce that blindsided the husband. The other couple is in an open marriage. Said divorced husband sleeps with the wife of the open marriage couple, and all hell breaks loose. Swissville debuted at Cannes this year and came to theaters shortly after, towards the end of the summer. This was just a real fun time at the movies for me. This group of misfits made for such an enjoyable movie. Michael Angelo Covino plays the husband of the open marriage couple, and he wrote and directed it. His wife is played by Dakota Johnson, who I'm afraid the internet can't get me to hate her yet. And our divorced couple is comprised of Adria Arjona and Kyle Marvin. Listen, 2025 was not a bad year for comedy, I must say. I'm always super tough on them, but we got a couple good ones this year, and there's more on this list. Number 8 is The Housemaid, starring Amanda Seyfried and Sydney Sweeney. This was directed by Paul Feig, who also directed A Simple Favor. That, as I've said, reminds me a lot of this movie. It's based on a book, and at times feels like it, but the amount of twists and turns in this thing is exactly what I loved about A Simple Favor. And here we are. I got to see it at the New York premiere, which always adds to the magic of a movie, so that's part of it, right? Whatever. But I really do think it's a good movie. Sydney is, of course, in her own storm of controversies, but I must say she did a good job here. Amanda, on the other hand, ate the whole damn thing up. This is very much a theater movie. You want that crowd reaction, but if you missed that window, this is also a nice one to host a movie night with your friends, so thank me later. Number 7, Friendship. I'm telling you, comedies were comedying this year. Friendship is another movie like The Assessment that debuted at last year's Toronto International Film Festival, but it didn't come to theaters until this May. This one stars Paul Rudd, Tim Robinson, and Kate Mara, and basically tells the story of Tim's character Craig, who is extremely awkwardly trying to earn the friendship of his new neighbor Austin. You're watching this dude Craig make some of the wildest, cringiest decisions, all for our enjoyment. Paul Rudd is classic Paul Rudd here. I just watched him in Anaconda, and that movie is so bad, I had to sit down and remind myself that he was so good in Friendship before I completely wrote him off for even doing that damn movie. But for the comedy-loving crowd that loves that Seth Rogen, Will Ferrell, Steve Carell era we kind of been missing, check out Friendship. Number 6, Oh Hi. Didn't I tell you comedies were comedying? I made a video about this one, so you can get more details on my thoughts about Oh Hi there. But from the moment I saw this at the Tribeca Festival premiere, I knew it would be on this list. And I knew it wouldn't be on anyone else's. I don't know. I think Molly Gordon is my spirit animal, and I should tell her that just so she knows. Anyway, Oh Hi is just a nice, quick movie about modern day dating and how communication can be the downfall of it all. Looking for a nice, quick, light watch? Oh Hi is what you need. This is probably the My Old Ass of 2025. That movie is better, but I'm gonna still be fangirling for Oh Hi, even if no one else is. Okay, get serious. Number 5, Sentimental Value. This is a movie I got to work the red carpet for at this year's Toronto International Film Festival, and I watched it at the New York Film Festival. Didn't know much about it, but I knew it was getting rave reviews along with a 19-minute standing ovation at the Cannes World premiere. But also, come on, y'all. 19 minutes? That's longer than an episode of Boy Meets World without the commercials. Sit down. Anyway, Sentimental Value is a story about a Norwegian family centered around 2 daughters, Nora and Agnes. Their father, Gustav, played by Stellan Skarsgård, is a famous director that walked out on their family after he and his wife got a divorce. The movie kind of starts where the girls are now grown and their mother has sadly passed away. Their dad pulls up at the funeral, even though no one really wanted him there, and tells Nora, the oldest daughter, that he wrote a new movie and he wants her to be in it. No, he needs her to be in it because he wrote it for her. And of course, Nora's like, nigga, you got me fucked up. You got a lot of nerve showing your face at my mother's funeral talking about a damn movie. Well, she didn't say it exactly like that, but, whatever. The movie takes us on this journey of a family trying to sort out their trauma, and I thought it was excellent. Although I would be remiss if I didn't mention the fact that I walked out of that movie thinking that it's eerily similar to my own life. I literally wanted to call my sister and ask her, is this fucking play about us? Whatever. Families are tough. Number 4, One of Them Days. But if you know me, if you like really know me, you know it's really number 1. But in order to be taken seriously as a film journalist, all right, we gotta move this along. Okay, look, this is another one that's not gonna be on anyone's list. But as soon as I saw it, I knew it'd be on mine. What did I say? Comedies were comedying in 2025. This movie had no business being this good. I already told y'all, I'm a hood comedy connoisseur, a savant even, and we ain't had one of these in years. Keke Palmer and SZA brought us a classic for the culture, all under the guidance of Queen Issa Rae. I watched this movie twice in the theaters. I bought this damn movie, and as soon as I upload this video, I'm probably gonna watch this damn movie. Okay, I'm not gonna hold you. If I'm keeping it a stack, if I'm keeping it a beanski, if I'm keeping it a hundo fundo, these top 3 could be shuffled up all 6 different ways, and I would sleep peacefully at night. But with that being said, I'm a grown-up. I pay my taxes, and I gotta make grown-up decisions. Alas, number 3 is Marty Supreme. Timothée Chalamet got a classic on his hands, and I knew it as soon as I walked out of that press screening. I gave a lot of history and background in my review of that one, so here I will just say we got a fire New York City movie and a cast you just want to see more of. Josh Safdie brought us another uncut gems, but instead of the full-blown heart attack that movie inspired, here you have a non-stop race to the finish line where we're sitting at the edge of our seats, desperately waiting to see what he says or does next. I'm glad that people are liking this movie. I thought it was excellent, and it's definitely one that I'll be grabbing that 4K steelbook of. Long live Marty S. Number 2, remember what I said. Just remember what all 3 of these, Number 2 is Sinners. Listen, man, a straight up masterpiece by Ryan Coogler, who brought us the last 2 or 3 movies that weren't only for black culture, but also proved how powerful our dollar is at the box office. Of course, I have a full video of that film, its origins, the background, all that is there. But for now, I will say I hope it gets the respect it deserves during award season. It's literally movie magic, and it got as much support from me as I could possibly give. We got repeat viewings in the theaters. I had a contest on my channel, and a lucky TAIT'S taker got tickets to take a friend to go see it. We got that 4K Blu-ray Steelbook limited edition. Can't even find this thing. We got the vinyl soundtrack. Come on, yo. It's factory seal, baby. Look, I'm just so proud of Ryan and Michael and everyone that was a part of that journey. Sinners is literally black excellence.
She's been taken. Uh-oh.
Gonna find you. Gonna find you.
I need a weapon, man. All you got is goddamn nunchucks here. You know where I can get a gun? Wow.
Cool out. Ocean waves. Let's go.
Number 1, one battle after another. Listen, the whole top 3 I truly loved. It's not easy making these lists, but someone's got to do it. I saw this epic at AMC's Lincoln Center IMAX, and I already knew it was 5 stars before that epic chase scene. Leonardo DiCaprio was in his fucking bag. If y'all know me, y'all know that if Molly Gordon is my spirit animal, Regina Hall is literally my soulmate. Tiana Taylor out here eating, shout out Harlem, the introduction of Chase Infinity, come on man, already a vet. And one of the best cameos, small roles, appearances, whatever you want to call it, with Benicio del Toro. This movie just goes from beginning to end, and with a message that's extremely timely. I think I'm supposed to know more about Paul Thomas Anderson than I actually do, but I do know that his movie before this was Licorice Pizza, that I did not love. This one battle after another thing is on another fucking level. This movie was one of those reminders that Hollywood is not dead, movie stars are not dead, and most importantly, that the revolution can and will be televised. And boom! That's my top 10 list of 2025 with 5 extras. Maybe one day I should just do 20 to 11 and then a video of 10 to 1. And then I think last year I asked y'all if I should do a top 10 worst movies of 2025, but I didn't do that. But maybe, next year I will do that for sure. This year, let me think. Well, let me not try to drag things, but I'm also trying to be more positive about the movie, so I guess that would be a tougher video to film. But thanks for sticking through the video. You know, if you watched it to the end and you still watching this, you know you gotta hit that hashtag all the way. But like I mentioned, put your favorite movies in the comments. If you want to do a top 10 list, let me hear that. If you want to put me on some movies that you know for sure I didn't see, because if I would have seen it, I would have put it on the list. Drop those in the comments. Look, man, K-pop Demon Hunters, I just didn't finish it, okay? Relax. And Weapons, I will watch Weapons. I didn't get to see. It was just an accident. So there's just a lot of things that I'm sure, you know, are good movies. Just, you know, it's a lot of stuff to watch. Look, as much as I love telling y'all about the movies that I love, my favorite part about working on these wrap-up videos is that I get to reflect. And with that reflection, I get to just send immense gratitude to all of you guys for watching, either over the years or just getting on, you know, the team this year. I mean, last year I think we had 30,000 subscribers. Now we're at 41,000 subscribers. Hopefully soon we'll be at 50, which will be crazy. I don't know. It's just, you just make these things for people. You don't know who's going to watch them. And a lot of you guys show up for each and every one of them. And I'm just super grateful. It's just 2026 will be a very, like every year, you know, it's going to be a year, but I'm really going to, you know, step up the quantity of videos for y'all. I'm trying to do a lot more stuff that you will see on the channel. So just know you guys make this whole thing happen, and I really appreciate it. Every time one of y'all stops me in the streets out here or anywhere, it just humbles me. And I love that I could bring you guys a little bit of joy, because that's all I wanted to do, because there's so many creators that I just watch and they bring me joy, or they teach me things, or they make me laugh. And I'm honored to do that for you guys. So thank you. Okay. Sheesh. Let me do a little ending thing. As always, thanks for checking out Tate's Take. If you enjoyed the video, make sure to hit that like and that subscribe button. In the comments, you already know what to do. So just do that stuff. Okay, to the champagne. Thanks for the time, y'all. Peace. Sheesh. Okay, you know what other movie's supposed to be on here? The Long Walk. That was a good movie. I should have included it, but you're just tough, man. They're like, you got Fantastic Four on here. Like, look, man, just a Silver Surfer. I Harold Galactus. That shit's not fucking tough. Oh, New York City. Did you guys notice how I forgot to highlight Black Santa on the pillow in the beginning and then just secretly snuck it in the middle? No? Okay.